was little anticipation all those things. Thank you very much for inviting us and being part of this one.
Very good mission and attend this function. When this invitation was sent, immediately I really accepted the invitation. Yesterday also, some of the faculty members called me. Yes, I'm coming here not to get this honor, see all of you. Because I worked this college as a professor, then I became the officer in charge teaching hospital, then I became dean, then I director. So just not only getting this honor to see all of you. That's what I, because we have some students who are working as faculty, and some of our students, I was alumni of Madras Veterinary College. Then I became staff member of the Madras Veterinary College. So some of our students are here working as professors now. It gives me immense pleasure to see them as the professors. So you know the struggle we had in teaching hospital when it was instituted in 1999. Unfortunately, I am missing my colleagues Dr. Raju and Dr. Vian. So they supported me when I took over this position, officer in charge, and Dr. Ian was the student, I believe, that time. So we had a lot of difficulties in developing hospital, and slowly with the support of the deans, at the time Dr. Sabrinathan retired when I joined here. Dr. Puchya was there, then we had Dr. Srinivas as the dean, then Dr. Jagam was in charge dean for some time, Tilagar. So after that I became dean. So all the support rendered by the dean for developing the teaching hospital are immense. So I should thank all of them. First of all, my colleagues who are retired from teaching hospital as well as in the present position working as faculty members. Also the students were kind enough to bear the difficulties they were facing. Of course, that time the faculty strength was, I mean the student strength was only 45. Then it became 60. Now it is 100, I believe. So some difficulties we faced when it was 45 itself. Now I understand that Cherian has promised to shift the hospital here. That was the original plan in 2010, and we gave a proposal also to submit. Unfortunately, because of various reasons, it could not materialize. I'm happy that he is developing the new campus here. I wish him all the best. Once again, I thank all the colleagues who supported me when I was an officer in teaching hospital as professor of Department of Veterinary Surgery. I thank Dr. Balagopal who was supporting me when I was a professor and head there. And other colleagues, I could not see them today. So, once again, it's my great honor to attend this function. I thank the dean and the faculty members who are there. Thank you. Good morning to one and all. And at the outset, I would like to thank Dr. Serian actually to conceive this idea. I'm not sure whether I should be one of them, the honor, because I don't consider myself that much worthy to have this honor. But anyway, it is his greatness that he has included me in this. But as many people say, my memories go back to the days. In fact, my even before joining Dr. Quest, and I would never forget Dr. In fact, I am so. I mean, just morning I met Dr. Sabrina's son, and I could see, maybe a milder version because we always see Dr. Sabrina and I as a lion. So I was so happy because I have to share this. I was working in Hyderabad, and my wife was in Pondicherry. She would never wanted to leave Pondicherry, so it was a terrible time for me, and there was a lot of pressure for me to come to Pondicherry. And what happened is there was a post advertised in Karaikal in the agriculture college, and there I attended that interview, and Sabri sir was actually the expert for that. So when I entered the hall, he asked me whether you know that there is a veterinary college in Pondicherry. Yes. And he asked me, do you want to
work in the veterinary college or you want to work in the agricultural college in Karika? I said, sir, very much I would like to work in the. Then should I conduct interview or not for you? I said, no, sir. And I really felt, that somebody wanted me in Pondicherry. And almost, I think, in 1 year from then, there was a, there was the advertisement for this post. I advertised, the post was advertised. There was almost 13, 14 candidates. But Sabari sir, his words, he kept his words and he selected me, although I'm not sure whether I was worthy of it. So I always have a very, very high regards for this person in every way. I remember also, just I joined 1 year after I joined, I had to go for a training to Hisar. And these ICR programs always everything is funded by ICR. So they had given a second day, second not that in those days second AC was not there, ordinary second class. So one day he called me, Anthony, I am permitting you to go for this. And then I came. In fact, those our his office was there in Conley. So I was coming out of Conley office. Then somebody, when pew came, sir will go for that. So I went back and he asked, Anthony, why you want to go by second class? I can give you second AC. You go. That type of man who had a great heart and he loved everybody. So, sir, really, really grateful to Sabri sir, who actually founded this institute, and he was the soul behind this institute. Then, of course, uh, for me, Raghav was his life actually. River was life. It got back my family life for me. It was everything. Today I miss it dearly. I miss it dearly. I'm in Pondi only. Actually, my initial plan was to almost come every 2 or 3 times a week to Pondicherry. I was doing it, and then unfortunately my parents are not too well now. I'm not able to come as often as I would love to. It's a great institute because wonderful students basically, as everybody has said, we found students worldwide. We still have contacts with the first batch, with the Dr. Sarian's batch. And also, at this moment, I would like to, everybody knows about it. When somebody asks me in Pondicherry, quite often they ask, sir, veterinary please, sir, Kerala, Serakuda. And then I tell the story of Dr. Sarian. From his humble beginnings, I know him as a first year student here, and he didn't do well in physiology in the first year. But then there's something went through him, and he said, I want to go into physiology for the rest of my life. He went to West Bengal, did his PG there, then from there went on to IVRA. And today, as Dr. Venkareddy said, he is among the top 2 scientists in the world. And then he is also the dean of this college. So I always, when somebody asks me about the scope of veterinary, I think there can never be a better example than Dr. Sarian. So I'm not telling this to flatter him. I'm telling it from the bottom of my heart. He is a shining example of what one can do with one's life once they determine what they want to do. That's a great thing. Of course, we can keep talking on and on. The wonderful colleagues that I had, the wonderful life that I had, and honestly, I wish my parents get better so that I can keep coming to the college as often as possible. I really love this place. Uh, Everything about this is really, really wonderful. I hope, and also, I think Dr. Sarian is going to bring about a big change in the years to come. He's doing his very best. He could have had a very cushy job in ICR. He could have been the director of some institute or something like that. But I think somewhere he wanted to come and do something for his alma mater, and that's a great thing. So I'm sure that his sacrifices and efforts will definitely benefit Raghupa's river. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for inviting us.
Good morning, everybody. Respected Dean Dr. Sadian, respected senior retired faculty members, Matsu sir, Venkareddy sir, Ramesh Kumar sir, Keshavarao sir, and Dr. Anthony, and family members of my advisor, he was my advisor, Nair sir. And still I am remembering your face. So thank you very much for coming this program. So first of all, respected faculty, other faculty members, and my dear friends, this auspicious day, I think this is going to be a milestone in the history of the Rahavas. Okay, I have joined here in 2000. I have many deans, uh, and I worked with many deans. They have developed and they helped us so much for developing the BCC and other aspects. But when Dr. Salian joined, I was having much hope for that because being alumni, his commitment and approach towards the or attitude towards this institute will be different. That I was expecting, and I was here for a few months after him joined as dean. I have seen the changes slowly started, and this actually he announced on the day of my retirement, and his idea of giving the names for the blocks. But of course, it also came true. That's why I'm thinking it's a milestone, and he's thinking in that way. So I'm very happy, and I'm also thanks to the administration to take the decision. And one more thing, I have to this at this juncture I have to what I can say document my thanks to all the faculty members who helped me a lot and the deans for developing BCC. Now I also the experience that I gained from the river really it was wonderful and of course students nothing to say about that discussion and once again thank you all. Thank you.
Respected Dean, senior faculty and teachers, dear students, staff. First of all, I congratulate the Dean for taking up such a program of recognizing the contributions of the retired persons in building up this institute. I'm not going to talk much, but I must still remember I was talking to Shabarisa's son in the morning that when the Dean's office was in many staff also will be knowing in the library when Shabari sir was the dean, the room was there. So he was the person who was approving this plan of this administrative block. So incidentally, I was there for a while. He was looking with the executive engineer and going all these things. And then he was telling me in the colloquial way, "Hey, I am not going to be the dean there because I'll be leaving. But we have to prepare the best room that dean can get in this administrative block." So I was really amazed by his vision and the time he spent for this building, which he knew that he is not going to sit. He could have focused more on his room there and all those things. He never did that. And that is Shabari sir. So he was telling, and incidentally, there are two things. One is that this thought of his, which have been happening there, I'm just thinking just now, has materialized into his block now. The name is his name now. So it's going to be called as the block. This nobody knows actually. This is just that in my heart it felt. Probably Dr. Serian has become a tool in implementing as a mission, probably for the total thing. So it's a good occasion that actually it has happened. And one more thing, as many of the speakers have been saying, the contributions of the retired personalities have been amazing. Everyone who is sitting here have contributed to how this institute, because as a professor also, as a dean also, as many of you will know, when the students are doing extremely well in any place that they are doing, the contributions of the teachers are tremendous. And that is one of the things even now the river is credited with. The individual attention that every student gets. That's why students want actually to come and work here. Similarly, I also would like to thank not only the faculty staff, every department, every physical education. You talk about anything, library, everything. They have been a part of the thing, and that's what makes River a special family other than your family, and that's the special quality of this institute. I'm sure that actually under the leadership of the dean, things will be better, and new programs will be started, and it will go to, because you have got wonderful teachers, wonderful students. What else you want? And a person to lead it in the best way possible. Thank you so much.
Faculty and staff and students. It gives me immense pleasure, and it's actually emotional to stand here in this venue and say thanks to you. And many of you actually came and thanked us for coming. I wanted to tell you it's an honor, and I wanted to express my gratitude to all of you to inviting us to this function. And it's I would say it's very emotional to stand in his place, in my father's place, and address you. And I'm sure he will be smiling from the heavens at this time, because this institution and all of you and his peers and his staff and students were very close to his heart. And I remember even he was unwell towards the end. Whenever you mention this college name, he gets all charged up, and he is always very happy to think about it, tell us a lot of stories about how this was going on, everything. At least once a day, he will mention this institution. So thanks, and I will again express my gratitude to the dean for inviting us to be making us part of this function. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good morning, and respected former teachers, faculty members of this institution, the family of our founder Dean Shabrinathan, as respected Dean of the faculty, Dr. Sadian, my dear colleagues and staff and other students. It's indeed a great pleasure and a privilege that I would take to take it as an honor to come and address before you, because it's one of those rarest occasions that we get in the institution to honor the faculty and give their names to the buildings, for which, as my predecessors, Dr. Ram Kumar and Dr. Anthony and others mentioned, who saw the institute, the buildings coming up brick by brick, and they made an immense conscious travel through the past by the video, and as we go around the buildings, it will be a travel down the memorabilia of how the things have developed. So indeed, as Dr. Balagopal said and Dr. Ramkumar said, Shabri sir, as we call him, I also had the privilege to be one of his students and also to be working with him in Thrissur, and then coming over after we have come, and of course my Gurunathan, the reverse students of the Ragakovites have always stood one step above the other students wherever, whether they are in India or abroad, and I wish that happens. And it's their efforts that we are finding that it has percolated through the times, and I'm sure that it will continue. So indeed, it's a great opportunity, and we wish them all the best of their health. And thank you to all of you, and may you have, may God bless you with health and happiness in your future endeavors. Thank you to all of you. All the best.
Respected Dean, all esteemed retired faculty members and their family members, my esteemed colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen. This is today actually I think it's very important occasion for us, and a very good gesture for this institute to honor the stalwarts who had contributed a lot for
shaping this institute as what it is today. Starting from 1994, there are few faculties who have joined and till their retirement. I think that they have really done us proud as what we see us and the students as many of the world, and then making and keeping the flag of erstwhile Raghavas and at present river flying high. So all comes from the uh, contributions made by these faculty members. So I feel today we should all feel proud and we should thank all these faculty members who have come, many of them from a very long distance, and they are not keeping a very good health, many of them, for this unveiling of department name board. So I thank all of them and pray to God for their good health. Uh, as I was asked to talk little bit of joined in 1999. Uh, the head and Dr. P.X. Anthony were at place. Today, to be very frank, I feel a vacuum in the department slightly. Though I have a very most able and young and energetic to assistant professors in the form of Dr. Vivek and Dr. Jayalakshmi. But somewhere personally, I have a vacuum. The 15 years we spent with Dr. Pillai and Dr. Anthony, and then another 7 years with Dr. Anthony because he retired into 2021, have been wonderful. We have a very harmonious relationship. We spend time together. We work together. We laugh together. Sometimes we fought together also. But ultimately, it was so engaging and so good that still I feel that sometimes at some point of time when I'm probably in the department and the room, I feel that they would have been around. To be a very lighter side, I still miss Dr. Anthony during lunch. We used to take food together. It will be a very typical Bengali preparation, which I know that he would not have tasted in his life, with mustard oil, which he would not have tasted. After giving, if I ask how it is, fantastic. It's amazing that experience, and that I miss. I really miss Dr. Pillai and Dr. Anthony in the department. Thank you so much.
Very good morning to one and all, respected all retired professors, the special guest today, respected dean, my senior colleagues, friends. Perhaps I can say that it's a day of glory or an occasion to glorify the teachers. In Indian tradition, generally teachers are considered as the guru, and in that context, maybe I'll like students are trying to glorifying their teachers because it is perhaps side. Maybe in that context, because I don't want to explain it, I leave it to you. And then there are some very popular old adage in Indian culture. It is always said that Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. Most of the time it is not properly understood. Perhaps what I understand or what I have learned is it is the hierarchy of guru or teacher in our tradition. The first is the mother, Mata is the teacher, then the father is the teacher, then the actual teacher whom we call guru, and finally it is the Devam, that is the God. So that's the hierarchy. Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. So why I am trying to tell this is because this occasion seems to be like students and guru. So how the mother at the first stage give the basic learnings and rearing actually. So there is a stotra in that context. Bhumir Goryosi Mata Sargad Ucchatara Pita Janani Janma Bhumischa Sargad Goryosi. And for the father it says Pita Sarga Pita Dharma Pita Hi Paramantapa Pitori Pritima Panne Priyante Sarva Devata. And then comes the Guru, the third one. And in our culture, everybody knows that Guru Stotra. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheswaro, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namo. And finally, the Devam. In our culture, it is says God that comes at the last stage of life. Perhaps all of these people are in that stage. So there it says, Tameva Mata cha Pita Tameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tameva Vidya Dravinam Tameva Sarvam Mama Deva. That's the relevant I wanted to say, that is the Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. And then coming back, I think I wish to mention again, as everybody said, these people, what our Dean fondly says, that the veteran professors, that's what he says all the time, veteran professors, he wanted to recognize them and honor them. Really, it's a great occasion and happy to be part of this. I wish all these veteran people keep good health and have a better life in future. Really happy to see the family members of Dr. R. Savarnathan Nair. I was also there from the beginning in my department. Actually, to be frank, I have joined first, and later Dr. UK Pal joined, and after 1 year, Pal House have joined. Actually, he was my teacher in IVRI, and Nair sir once or twice he told, all three you are from IVRI, so I want to see something different. So probably I am in a juncture to still carry that mission. We are yet to achieve that. Maybe we have been going little bit down as an institute or department. Now it's a new challenge, new beginning. Our dean has taken it as a great mission. Perhaps it's the nature's law to bounce back once you go too much down. Maybe that's the challenge. As Mukhopadhyay sir was telling, I am also finding the challenge because almost like I am alone. But we will try to do the best. We'll try to with my family, which you will be knowing later. So with these few words, I wish to thank our dean for taking this great mission, and we are there. And thank everybody, and thanks the organizer for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Like once again a dream comes true for me, definitely. Before I actually start addressing, I would like to uh, mention two persons here. Without them, this thing should have never come to this status. Of course, there is no any second thinking. The greatest pillar of strength we had was in the great Dr. Sabarnath Nair sir, and closely followed by Dr. Buchya sir. I would request all of you to rise for 2 minutes silence to the heaven. We will